The Tale of the Starlight Kingdom. Once upon a time in a far-off galaxy, there existed a kingdom that was hidden from the mortal world. The kingdom was called Aethereia, and it was a place of breathtaking beauty and magic. The kingdom was ruled by a wise and just queen named Lyra, who possessed the power to communicate with the stars. Queen Lyra's kingdom was a place where the skies were always painted with hues of sapphire and amethyst, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of stardust. The kingdom was home to a variety of magical creatures, including the luminari, beings made of pure light who served as the queen's advisors and guardians. The kingdom of Aethereia was surrounded by a vast, shimmering lake that reflected the beauty of the stars above. The lake was said to have healing properties, and people from all over the galaxy would come to bathe in its waters and seek the queen's guidance. One evening, a young girl named Astrid stumbled upon the kingdom while wandering through the forest. Astrid was a curious and adventurous soul, with hair as black as the night sky and eyes that shone like the stars. She had been walking for hours, searching for a place to call home, when she stumbled upon the shimmering lake. As she approached the lake, Astrid saw a group of luminari gathered around a magnificent crystal throne. The throne was occupied by Queen Lyra, who smiled at Astrid and beckoned her to come closer. "Welcome, young one," Queen Lyra said, her voice like music. "I have been expecting you. You have a special gift, one that will allow you to help me maintain the balance of the universe." Astrid was amazed and a little scared, but Queen Lyra's kind words put her at ease. The queen explained that Astrid had been chosen to be her apprentice and that she would learn the ways of the stars and the secrets of the kingdom. Over the next few weeks, Astrid learned everything she could about the kingdom and its magic. She learned how to harness the power of the stars and how to communicate with the creatures of the kingdom. She also learned about the delicate balance of the universe and how the kingdom's magic helped to maintain it. As Astrid's training progressed, she began to realize that there was a dark force threatening the kingdom. A dark sorcerer named Malakai had risen to power in a neighboring kingdom, and he sought to destroy Aethereia and rule over the entire galaxy. Queen Lyra knew that Malakai was a formidable foe, but she was determined to stop him. She called upon the luminari and the other creatures of the kingdom to prepare for battle. Astrid, eager to prove herself, asked to join the fight. The battle between the kingdom of Aethereia and Malakai's forces was epic. The skies were filled with shooting stars and blazing comets as the two armies clashed. Astrid, with her newfound powers, fought bravely alongside the luminari and the other creatures of the kingdom. Despite being outnumbered, the kingdom's magic and the bravery of its warriors allowed them to hold their ground. However, Malakai proved to be a powerful foe, and he managed to land a blow that sent Astrid tumbling to the ground. As Astrid lay there, she saw Queen Lyra facing off against Malakai. The queen's powers were immense, and she summoned a storm of stars to drive Malakai back. But the dark sorcerer was relentless, and he countered with a blast of dark energy. Astrid knew she had to act fast. She remembered the lessons she had learned from Queen Lyra, and she focused all her energy on the stars. The stars responded to her call, and a brilliant light enveloped Malakai, banishing him from the kingdom. The kingdom erupted in cheers as Malakai's forces retreated. Queen Lyra turned to Astrid and smiled, her eyes shining with pride. "You have proven yourself to be a true warrior of the stars," she said. "You are now a part of this kingdom, and you will always be welcome here." Astrid was overjoyed. She had found a new home, and she knew that she would do everything in her power to protect the kingdom and its people. She spent the next few years learning more about the kingdom's magic and its secrets, and she became one of the queen's most trusted advisors. As the years passed, Astrid grew into a powerful and wise leader, beloved by the people of the kingdom. She and Queen Lyra worked together to maintain the balance of the universe, and they traveled the galaxy, helping those in need. One day, Queen Lyra called Astrid to her chambers and revealed a shocking secret. "Astrid, you are not just any ordinary girl," she said. "You are the daughter of the stars themselves, and you have a special destiny to fulfill." Astrid was amazed and a little scared. She had always known that she was different, but she had never imagined that she was the daughter of the stars. Queen Lyra explained that Astrid's parents had been star beings who had fallen in love with each other, and that they had sent Astrid to the mortal world to protect her from the dangers of the galaxy. Astrid's mind was reeling with questions and emotions. She didn't know what to say or do, but Queen Lyra just smiled and took her hand. "You have a great destiny ahead of you, Astrid," she said, "but you don't have to face it alone. You have me and the kingdom and the stars themselves to guide you." And with that, Astrid knew that she was ready to face whatever lay ahead. She was a warrior of the stars, and she would do everything in her power to protect the kingdom and the universe. As Astrid's destiny unfolded, she faced many challenges and adventures. She traveled to distant planets and encountered strange creatures, all while learning more about her powers and her connection to the stars. One day, Astrid received a message from a distant planet begging for her help. A great darkness was threatening to consume the planet, and the people were in dire need of her assistance. Astrid knew that she had to act fast, and so she gathered a team of the kingdom's most skilled warriors and set off on her mission. The journey was long and treacherous, but Astrid and her team persevered. They fought off fierce monsters and navigated through treacherous terrain, all while keeping their eyes on the prize. Finally, they arrived at the planet and were met with a scene of utter devastation. The darkness had consumed most of the planet, and the people were on the brink of despair. Astrid knew that she had to act fast, and so she summoned all her energy and unleashed a powerful blast of starlight. The darkness recoiled in pain as the starlight washed over it, and Astrid took advantage of the opportunity to launch a full-scale attack. The battle was fierce, but in the end, Astrid and her team emerged victorious. The darkness was banished and the planet was saved. The people of the planet rejoiced, and they thanked Astrid for her bravery. Astrid smiled and told them that she was just doing her job, but deep down, she knew that she had done something truly special. As she and her team prepared to leave, Astrid felt a strange sensation in the air. The stars seemed to be aligning in a peculiar pattern, and she could feel a powerful energy building up. Suddenly, a brilliant light enveloped her, and she felt herself being lifted off the ground. Astrid found herself transported to a mysterious realm where she was met by a group of ancient beings who claimed to be the guardians of the universe. They told her that she had been chosen to fulfill an ancient prophecy, one that would determine the fate of the entire galaxy. The guardians explained that a great evil was threatening to destroy the balance of the universe, and that Astrid was the only one who could stop it. They gave her a powerful artifact and told her that she would need all her strength and cunning to succeed. Astrid knew that she had a daunting task ahead of her, but she was determined to save the galaxy. She set off on her quest, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With her powers and her determination, she knew that she could overcome anything. And so, Astrid's journey continued, taking her to the farthest reaches of the galaxy and beyond. She faced countless challenges and battled against incredible odds, but she never gave up. She knew that she was a warrior of the stars, and she would do everything in her power to protect the kingdom and the universe. In the end, Astrid's bravery and determination paid off. She defeated the great evil and saved the galaxy from destruction. The universe was at peace, and Astrid was hailed as a hero. And so, Astrid's legend lived on, inspiring generations to come. She had fulfilled her destiny and saved the galaxy, but she knew that there would always be new challenges to face and new adventures to embark on. For Astrid, the journey was far from over, and she was ready for whatever lay ahead. The kingdom of Aethereia continued to thrive, and Astrid remained a powerful and wise leader, beloved by the people. She and Queen Lyra worked together to maintain the balance of the universe, and they traveled the galaxy, helping those in need. The stars shone brightly in the sky, a reminder of the magic and wonder that lay just beyond the reach of mortal men. And Astrid, the warrior of the stars, stood watch, ever vigilant and ready to defend the galaxy.